Hello everyone, my name is Jesse and I'm the Children's Librarian at the Northgate branch of Seattle Public Library, and today I'm here with another edition of Learning at Home Together. We'll be posting these videos all summer long talking about the different ways that you can help young learners get ready to read. We hope that you'll enjoy these videos and then that you'll take some time to explore the world around you while you try out the activities that we present. Before we get started, I do want to take a moment to acknowledge that I'm filming this video on Indigenous land, the land of the Coastal Salish people past and present, and specifically the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish people. And I honor with gratitude and with respect both the Duwamish tribe and the land itself. So when we think about building the skills that will get young people both ready and excited to read, we focus on 5 activities that are the building blocks of early literacy. We talk, we sing, we read, we play, and we write. If you'd like to learn a bit more about the reasons that we focus on these activities and some of the ways that you can support them, be sure to check out the first video in this series with Amanda. It's a great introduction to all of those and some great ideas for songs, rhymes, and other ways that you can play with young learners to build these skills. Today we're going to design what I'm calling a visual journal. So there are a few different supplies that you will need for this activity. First off, you'll need something that you can write on. So that could be a piece of paper, it could be a big piece of cardboard, like maybe the inside of a cereal box. Or if you want something like what I have, I took 2 pieces of construction paper and I've taped them together. So I have a nice big writing surface. You'll also need something to write with, either a marker or a pen or a pencil. And you might want something like tape or glue if you decide that you want to attach anything to your journal. So once you've got your paper or your cardboard or whatever you choose to use all ready to go, we're going to start by drawing some lines. And what we want to do is we want to make 8 different boxes. So I've got my marker that I'm going to use, and I've got this notebook that I'm going to use to help me make my lines straight. And the first thing I'm going to do is draw one big line right down the middle of the page, and then I'm going to make 2 more. So I've got one line making the entire piece of paper cut in half, and then I'm going to cut each half into half again. So I'll draw a line down here. And you don't need to use a ruler if you don't want to. I just like my lines nice and straight, but this is really something you can do however you want. So you can see I've got my 3 lines, and then I'm going to have one long line that cuts the paper in half the other way to make my 8 boxes. Oops, and my line is getting a little bit crooked, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfectly straight. There we go. So I have my 8 boxes. And in our first box, right at the top, this is going to be where our journal begins. And I'm going to write, today, I saw. So now that we've got today I saw in our first box, we're going to label the rest to make them the days of the week. So since today is a Wednesday and we're starting today, my first box will have a W for Wednesday. My second box will have a TH for Thursday, because both Tuesday and Thursday start with T. So the H is telling me it's Thursday, not Tuesday. And we have Friday. I'm going to go back down here and do an S and an A for Saturday, just like with Tuesday and Thursday. The SA tells me it's Saturday, not Sunday, which will be SU. Then I've got Monday. And finally, for Tuesday, we'll do a T and a U. If you want to try writing yourself, you can, or you can have an adult help you. You can also copy my letters if you want to try for yourself but need a little help. This is also a great opportunity to talk with our young learners about the different letters that we are using and the shapes that make them up. So now that we've got our journals ready to go, all we need to do is capture some of the things that we see around us during the week. Today I was on a walk and I saw a really cool bicycle zoom past me. So that's what I'm going to draw for Wednesday, where my W is. So I'm going to draw the handlebars, which looped up like this. And then they came down into the frame of the bike. It had one wheel in the front, there. And then we'll do the rest of the frame. The back wheel, a little seat, and the pedals. So there is my bicycle for Wednesday. We're going to add in what we saw today on Thursday, and I've got a pink marker for today, which is perfect because today I saw 2 plastic pink flamingos in a yard. And if you don't know what a flamingo is, this is a great chance to learn some new vocabulary. A flamingo is a kind of bird that looks like this. So we will go ahead and we will write in P, L, A, S, T, I, C, plastic, F, L, A, M, I, N, G, O, S, plastic flamingos. Hello everyone and happy Friday. So today I was out walking and looking around and I saw a lavender plant that had a branch broken off. So I took a sprig of lavender that had broken off to add to my visual journal for the day. So here we have our F for Friday, and I'm going to take my lavender and place it there, and then I can just tape it to my journal. There we go. Today is Saturday. I'm going to update my visual journal with what I saw today. And today I saw a squirrel eating corn on the cob, which was really funny. So that's what I'm going to write for Saturday. So here I'm going to write under Saturday, squirrel, which is a tricky word to spell. S, Q, U, I, R, R, E, L, eating, E, A, T, I, N, G, corn, C, O, R, N. And remember, you don't have to spell out any words if you don't want to. You can draw pictures or include anything else that works for you. Today I saw a really big airplane fly really low over my house. So that is what I'm going to include in my journal. All right, so here under Sunday, I've got a silver marker and I'm going to draw my great big airplane. So we've got the big body of the airplane. Like I said, it was really big. And there was a cockpit. Some windows on the side. And it had one big wing on one side. And a wing that came out the back. And then a great big tail. On Monday, I went for a walk and I saw a really big evergreen tree and I found a twig that had fallen off. So that is what I'm going to put on my visual journal, and I'll tape it on just like I did my sprig of lavender. All right, so we'll put the twig on there and just tape it on so that I have my Monday. All right, so today is Tuesday, which means it's our final day spotting things together. And today I got to walk by one of our libraries, which was really fun. So I thought, since it will be kind of hard to draw a library in my little square, I'll draw a book. Right here, I'm going to draw a book. So I've got the top and the bottom. Here's the spine of the book. And since we've been discovering and looking around all week, I'm going to call my book Look, Look, with an exclamation point. Now that I've been observing for a whole week, I can take a look at my visual journal and talk about all of the things that I saw this week. So, on Wednesday, I saw a really fast bicycle. And on Thursday, I saw 2 plastic flamingos. On Friday, I saw a rosemary bush. On Saturday, I saw a squirrel eating corn. On Sunday, I saw that really big airplane flying low over my house. On Monday, I saw a huge evergreen tree. And on Tuesday, I saw a library. So now you can go out in the world, explore and observe, and make your own visual journal to tell all the people around you about the things that you saw this week. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.